Start with the big story here, the filing of the first wrongful death lawsuit in the deadly building collapse at a Salvation Army store in Philadelphia. It's for the 24-year-old art school graduate student that was killed on that tragic day back in June. Action News reporter David Henry is live where that collapse happened at 22nd and Market with more. David.
Yeah, Lisa, here it is. This is the first wrongful death lawsuit to be filed in the wake of that catastrophic collapse here at 22nd and Market back on June 5th. And it alleges that the 24-year-old victim suffered a slow and painful death.
Both the owners of the building and the Salvation Army did the wrong thing at every opportunity.
24-year-old Mary Simpson was one of 6 people killed in the collapse. The lawsuit filed on behalf of her family reveals for the first time that she died from what the medical examiner called traumatic compression of the torso. The lawsuit says she died a slow and painful death of asphyxiation. She was buried under the rubble when the wall of the building next door collapsed onto the Salvation Army thrift store. Mary Simpson grew up on the main line and leaves behind her parents and older brother.
They were obviously grief-stricken, but they are doing the best they can to move on with their lives. Certainly is not a day that goes by when they don't think about their daughter.
The lawsuit named 16 defendants, including Richard Bassiano, the owner of the building that collapsed, and the Salvation Army. It lays out damning evidence of emails between the parties that shows they were allegedly all aware of the dangers. The lawsuit faults Bassiano and the demolition team for cutting corners by improperly demolishing the building next to the Salvation Army thrift store. And it faults the Salvation Army for opening the store for business while an unsupported 4-story wall teetered overhead.
Inexplicably and recklessly, they chose to remain open on June 5th, the date of this tragedy.
Now, the lawyer for the Salvation Army says the organization's command structure was unaware that an excavator had been brought in 3 days before the collapse to do the demolition work improperly and therefore was unaware of any imminent danger. Bassiano's lawyer, on the other hand, had no comment. Live in Center City, David Henry, Channel 6 Action News. Brian?
All right, David, thank you very much.